Hello, 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 my beautiful souls. Blessed day, blessed be. So today I pulled, with joyous laughter, simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. And denial. Dun dun dun. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So I'm cracking up about these cards because yesterday, here, I'll tell you the story. I feel like that's why this came up. So a very, very dear friend of mine, one of the kings that I talk to all the time, he has had a lot of clutter and like discord within his life and within his home. So I had suggested on numerous occasions that we really just need to start going through the house and clearing things out so that we can get energy flowing again. Clear your space, clear out the stagnant energy, and let's start letting things flow again. I'm telling you from my mouth to God's ears that house within 20, at least clear out your bedroom. Within 24 hours, you will feel a difference and you'll see a shift in your life, right? So he's hemming and hawing, no, it's not that bad, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's all right. Oh, it's all right. It's okay. Well, So at one point, I finally just got frustrated and I said, listen, if you're going to fight for your limitations and your beliefs and your clutter and your chaos and your lack of focus, then go ahead. Like, I don't have to help you. So he's like, wait, did you just say I'm fighting for my limitations? I said, you're fighting for your limitations. You literally are being given not only free advice, but I'm offering to go help you do it. I get paid to help people clean up their homes, right? Literally, I get paid for this. So I'm doing it for you because you're my friend and because I love you and because I love your family and I absolutely want to help you get into a better mental space. But I don't have to use that time to help you. If you want to fight for your limitations, if you want to fight for your clutter, if you want to fight for your chaos, if you want to fight for your bullshit, yo, have at it. There's other ways that I can spend my time, right? So last week, I believe I had offered and he didn't take me up on the offer, which is fine because as usual, I have other things I can do with my time. And this week he was like, all right, I really want to use this time to spend with you. So I went to his house yesterday. I was there for like 6 hours and we did a lot, and we basically just did his bedroom and like a remarkable difference. Like he literally just kept walking back and forth by the space and just like taking it all in. When I got there initially, he was very dejected, shoulders down, like pulling at his hair, just didn't even know where to begin. And I'm like, let's just do one little corner at a time. It doesn't have to be a huge plan of attack. Let's go corner by corner, space by space. So we decided to do that. We cleared out so much stuff. We threw away things that just didn't need to be there. I'm big on mise en place, everything in its place. We found containers for things. We put stuff, like literally by the time I was leaving, the music had changed, the atmosphere had changed, the spirit had changed, the shoulders are back. He's like walking through the house singing and it wasn't problematic anymore. And that was such a huge lesson for him, definitely, but it's also a huge lesson for all of us. Sometimes all it takes is for you to really just take the time to just clear out your space. If you know anything about like feng shui or things like that, they always suggest like don't keep things under your bed because you want the energy to flow. And if you have things under your bed, it's blocking the energy and it's also causing areas of stagnation. The same reason why, you should be opening your windows as often as you can, weather permitting, obviously. Or, just like having really like sharp X in your home, like try to have rounded cornered furniture. It's these little things that you may or may not see the importance in, but it makes a difference. It makes a difference in all our lives. Everyone in cleaning, but I like to do these massive cleanings. I don't just wait till spring. Like I do it season by season. Why? Because one, if I'm not using it, do I really need to hold on to it for another 2, 5, 10 years for it to come back into style? I go through my children's clothes all the time because they're always, and I want to make sure that the things that they're not using aren't being wasted. By the grace of God, I have a niece, so, and she's younger than my daughter. So all the things that I have for my daughter, which she doesn't wear very often because she wears a uniform to school, can go to my niece as soon as she grows out of it. The same thing with my nephew. My son isn't wearing it. I pass it down to my nephew. I don't like things to be wasted. I know that somebody can always use it. If I can't use it, if my family can't use it, then I'll pass it on to someone else. The same thing goes with the things that are given to me. I had a friend send me a whole bunch of clothes. But she and I are very different sizes. So, okay, I can't fit in. But luckily, my mother and my sister are larger than I am. So I was able to pass it on to them, which was a blessing. Some things I get, I pass on to my aunt. It doesn't even matter. The point is, stop thinking that, your life is over because you got to pick up a broom, or just go into your space and clear it out. Clear out what you no longer need. Clear out the stuff that's no longer serving you. There's a woman that does, I don't know her name, but she does I think a whole show, or her job is just to organize people. And, she's like, hold on to it. And if it doesn't bring you joy, let it go. And I think that's huge for all of us. And I'm not just talking about the material things in our life, but, people or situations or jobs or where we're living or homes. If it's not bringing you joy, it's time to let it go. So stop fighting for your limitations. Stop denying that, oh, this is fine and everything is okay. Everything is not okay all the time, and that's fine. Sometimes shit isn't okay. It's all right. It doesn't mean that the world is coming to an end. It just means it's time to revamp, time to shift perspective, time to try something else, time to move somewhere else, time to do something else. So we got to step out of the fear of that and just know that if we're moving on to something better, if we're trying to move on to our true north and our happily ever after and our greatest joy, we got all of heaven surrounding us, angels right next to you, God on your side, everybody pushing you and supporting you along the way. So get rid of the shit that you don't need. Don't be a hoarder. Don't hold on to stuff just because, listen, I get it. I have babies. And sometimes I look at some of the stuff that they had when they were little, and it brings back so many memories and so much nostalgia, but stuff is just stuff. You know what I mean? Clothes can be replaced. Toys can be replaced. Grateful that I have a memory, and I'm grateful that I have pictures, but stuff is just stuff. I'm not going to hold on to stuff because, they were little. They were little, but now they're not anymore. If, God forbid, your home were to burn down tomorrow, you would lose all that stuff. By the grace of God, if you still have your life and the life of your family, that is all that really matters. You need to get down to what really, truly matters in your life and start letting shit go. Close your loved ones, the people that you cherish in your heart, not so much, right? So prioritize. Don't fight for your limitations. Don't fight to hold on to your chaos and your clutter and your discord and your anger and your misery. You're a beautiful, beautiful, blessed child of God. And God is lit through you. It's time to grow. It's time to move on to the next level. It's time to love yourself. It's time to be happy every day. Or to try to find a reason. You deserve a miracle just because you are a child of God. You don't need to, you literally may not even know how valuable you are, but you are a child of God. You deserve miracles. You deserve blessings. You deserve wealth. You deserve happiness. You deserve abundance. You deserve laughter every day. You deserve all of this because God says you do. Fuck what anybody else in the world says you do. God says you do. You are a child of God. Act like it. I'm going to leave it there. I love you. God loves you and angels surround you. Bye, guys.